Hey guys, Todd from Great Escape Farms here. Today I'm going to harvest some canna plants here, and as they look a little sad right here, that's because we've had a frost. And I'm going to harvest some of these to put up for next year. I'll actually store them, but I'm also going to harvest some of these to cook, and that's what I'm going to show you on today's video. So I'm going to harvest the rhizomes, put them or cook them. There's several different ways to do that, and once I get them harvested, I will run you inside and show you the different ways to do it. First, I want to actually show you how to harvest these properly, or so you can both store them as well as eat them. Okay, so I have my cutters here, and I was actually thinking about this. I might want to use kitchen scissors instead, because I don't know, actually these are firm enough, they probably will go ahead and cut up pretty good. So what I want to do is, there you go, yeah, trim them about 2 to 3 inches from the ground. I'm just going to toss the stalks aside, and I will go ahead and grab those, recycle them, well, not recycle, but put them in the compost bin later. Okay, so I have them cut back. So what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and take the shovel, and I just want to dig around and loosen the soil. And I don't want to dig on the back side because I'm in my pool area and I have outside speakers here. So I pull these off and I shake these guys up. And so they spend all summer growing, so they are usually much larger and go off in different directions than what you plant them. So you got to be a little careful when you're pulling them out. So if you look at this one, I just put in a little stalk here, and these things are all growing in all different directions here. So I'm just going to try to pull off all the small roots here, get as much dirt off as I can. I'll come back to that one in a minute. It actually ended up breaking off into 3 pieces here. So if I was going to store them, I'd just toss these in peat moss, but for what I'm doing today, I'm actually going to run these underwater and clean them up a little bit more so that I can actually cook them and eat them. And pull these up. So that's about as clean as I'm going to get these right now. So let me show you what I got here. So 2 big handfuls here. So I'm going to go ahead and run these in the house. I will wash them up and start cooking them, and we'll set up shop in the house and show you where we go from here. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to take all the roots off like this and wash these up real good, and then I'll dry them on the paper towel here. And then what I'll do is I'll cut them up into chunks with a knife on a cutting board and go ahead and boil them. Everything I've seen, they say the first step is to boil them, and then in some cases you do stuff with them right after you boil them, and in other cases you boil them first and then you bake them. So I'm going to actually do both. So for right now, let me clean these up and I'll give you a shot once I do that. Okay, so I've cleaned them up, I've cut them, and you can see on this one right here, at least I hope you can see, this was a very bright white, kind of like that color white right there when I cut it, and it's browning up a little bit, and that's why they say not to actually peel these. They say that, and I've read this several different sources online, that after you boil them, you cut them in half and you can scoop them out like potatoes. So leave them the way they are here. I got as much stuff off as I could, and you see this one has got some mighty nasty looking brown on it. We'll see how it goes. This is one I may end up actually baking. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like after we get done. So I'm going to go ahead and toss them in here. I'm going to boil them for about a half an hour and see how they look then. The water's a little browner than what I would expect, but that's probably because I didn't, sorry for the noise, because I didn't actually peel them. And I noticed that there is a little bit of difference there. This one, the fork went in very nice, as did this one and this one. It kind of goes in like it does for a boiled potato. Now this one right here is very, very tough. So that one I'm gonna bake. That one I'm gonna bake. That one I'm gonna bake. Boy, I don't know how I did that. So these 3 they're very soft. They're just like fully done baked potatoes. I'm sorry, boiled potatoes. These 4 right here, you stick the fork in and it's like potatoes that just aren't done cooking yet. So I'm gonna stick these in the oven. I'm gonna bake them, I'll probably do 300. and start for about 20-30 minutes and see where it goes from there. So let me go ahead and get these in the oven, and then I will come back and deal with these. Actually, as I look at these, they almost look like potatoes with the skins on them there. So anyhow, okay, so we have our canna roots here. I have the other ones in baking. Go ahead and just slide that right down the center. We'll open it up. It does look a little bit grainy here, more so on the outside. They say that cooking gets rid of that. So I'll pull that up. You can see, hopefully you can see there's a little bit of graininess down here at the bottom. I'll go ahead and give that a try. So I have to say it is a cross between the texture of potatoes and the texture of, what do they call that? Water chestnut. So very similar. Taste is very much like potatoes. If you eat a potato with nothing on it, a baked potato, and just, it didn't show here on camera, but I put that in my mouth. I do sense these strings a little bit, but not too bad. And this to me would make an absolute perfect potato replacement. Okay guys, so after boiling for half an hour, these that were a little bit tough, I went ahead and I put in the oven for half an hour, and I kind of stabbed it with a fork, and they still weren't done, so I put them in for another half an hour. So they were 30 minutes boiling and then an hour in the oven, and they still seem a little bit tough, at least sticking the fork through, but I'm just gonna go ahead and peel right on through here as I look at them, and a little bit warm. It is kind of like an undercooked potato. Yeah, still not quite done. So in some of the directions that I saw online, they said that natives put these, let's see, they grabbed hot coals and they put these in kind of a pot or something, and they put the coals around it and they let them cook for like 12 hours. So again, I'm not going to speak to them because they need to cook a lot longer, and I'm not willing to give it that much effort at this moment. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also check out our blog post at greatescapefarms.com. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day.